Hello everyone and welcome back to Manda T and me, and welcome back to ARK Gotta Tame Them All. As promised last time, we are in pursuit of a Procoptodon. I know somewhere we have a kangaroo and it's crazy colors, but I don't remember ever taming that. I think that was mischief that Mr. B has gotten himself into. So these are all the hot spots we are going to tackle today. Just like the Megalosaurus, the Procoptodon is actually a very rare tame. I don't think I've ever seen more than like a dozen on a map at any given time, which doesn't seem terrifically rare except for the sheer number of, like, I don't know, raptors and microraptors I see all the time. Seems pretty rare to me. I swear I checked every single peak, and major thanks to Mr. B, because we basically started at different peaks and we just started cruising each one. So snow biome was a bust. We're now kind of in the middle of the map, and I get some info from Mr. B that he has had success here at the at the volcano, which is always really treacherous because the sides are so steep, and of course everything looks exactly the same. But I guess he must have, I don't know if he intentionally put some flares in his inventory or if he picked some up from a drop, but he's like, wait, I have an idea, and he went ahead and used these yellow flares, and they ended up being incredibly helpful kind of through this process of finding the more rare tames on the map. Yeah, I would have never found this. And of course, as you see, like, there's all these like little folds and crevices along the volcano. So after we recorded our kangaroo adventure, we actually went back to all the mountains looking for gigas, because that is something that still needs to happen, and alas, no gigas. I'm not saying that there aren't any on the map. I think at any given time there's like 1 or 2 gigas or Carcharodontis, the cha-chas. But yeah, so this almost all black kangaroo is kind of cool, and which makes it even more impressive that Mr. B found him, because all these dark rocks, like even the rich metal nodes, are really dark. So he must have been using the S+ scope, because there's no way I would have found this on my own. But we had been searching, I would say a good 25 minutes, searching all of the mountains, and this was literally the first one we found. So we both realized that we left base without any mushrooms, so we also had to go and like harvest crystal to get rare mushroom before we could even take on taming this fella here. He was a very sleepy boy, and he must have had a big snack before all this, because this just felt like absolutely forever. Yeah, like, I know my settings on this map are a little wonky, and that's just what it is, but yeah, some of these longer tames still are just long. But here we are. We found an almost all black kangaroo, which was very cool. I almost left those mushrooms behind, which would have been very sad. So I decided one is good, but let's hedge our bets. So I decide to make my way to the, what is that called? It's not the Tooth, but it's the mountain closest to the Oasis. And I'm like, well, if I have to go there, I might as well go on this like sap run, because I feel like sap is in everything important. Like, you need it for so many of the like soups and stews. You need it for superior kibble, which is the purple like Argentavis kibble, and it does take a while to just accumulate in the taps. So I also remembered last time I was in here collecting sap, I got tackled by a oh my god, badger. What are they called? I'll think of it. But anyway, I got tackled by a badger, and it was just kind of frustrating because it was right here by these rocks, and I don't know how I missed his little like hump in the ground, but I definitely did. So I just minding my own business, thinking I'm gonna go check out this like this other mountain. Oh yeah, I totally know how to use a ladder. And cannot operate a ladder to save my life. And look what I find just coming down the steps. There's this like rusty colored kangaroo, and I'm like, well, why have one when you can have two? Also, I was thinking of a Perlovia. So kangaroos are weird. Like, I don't know, are they skittish? Are they friendly? I don't know what's happening here. He's just doing his own thing. I don't really understand. But I figure I've got a pocket full of mushrooms, and I still have some net projectiles, so why not? These guys go down okay, but like their hunger doesn't drop very quickly. And yeah, again, just these guys just take forever to realize that they want a snack. I probably should be using like the starvation technique more often with tames, but for some tames you really don't want to do that. So I get really frustrated. I'm realizing that like, oh, I don't need a full like dart amount of like narcotic, but like that's what I've got. So mushrooms like crazy. So here's the weird thing, and I never really thought about. Like I've seen kangaroos at like the Philadelphia Zoo. I've seen kangaroos in videos and stuff of people who like rescue them and stuff. But can we talk about like the texture of like the bottom of the Procoptodon feet is just really weird to me. I'm not really sure what they're supposed to look like, but I would assume that they would have more like segmented toes and not just like this flat kind of leathery bit. So I did check the mountain near our oasis base, and I saw a very low level kangaroo, and then I saw it get murdered to death. So it didn't really seem worth it to me, but we did come back with some goodies. So this is also my first time back since my trip to the south, and so we have Mr. Sandman, our Megalosaurus, doing exactly what he does during the daytime. So this is a really good time for us to start crossing off these guys from our giant list here. So first is our Megalosaurus, which is, it just feels good, you know? Bye-bye. And then of course our Procoptodon, our kangaroo, and let's take one more look at these handsome fellas. So as far as terrestrial tames, I still have to figure out how to tame a Troodon because I've been so unsuccessful. We also need to tame a Titanosaur and a Giganotosaurus, but also onward to aquatic tames. So, alrighty guys, well, behold these fine gentlemen, and I will see you next time. Be sure to take care of yourselves and each other, and happy sipping. Take care guys, love you.